Welcome to the best auction ever. Cascadia Wildlands' 18th Wonderland Auction coming live from the Barrel Room at Ciderworks. I just want to thank all of the sponsors that have helped make this possible. First and foremost, our premier sponsor, as they have been for many years, Mountain Rose Herbs, has always been so generous with Cascadia. We owe them a huge debt of gratitude. We've got a great show coming up. We have fantastic music with Norma Frazier and the Bandulus. We've got an exciting auction to take place. And what we'd like to do now is go to a few folks out in the crowd and have an opportunity to have a conversation with you. Dan Cruz is the president of the board of directors of Cascadia Wildlands. Thank you for your service, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. What a pleasure.
And I see Chandra and Eric.
Yeah, hi.
We can hear you.
Yes, hi.
You work for Oregon Wild, which Cascadia Wildlands frequently partners with on lawsuits, on campaigns, especially protecting wolves with Rob, as you mentioned. But here you are supporting Cascadia Wildlands. Why don't you tell us why?
Well, heck yeah. Cascadia Wildlands is so scrappy and powerful in so many ways. The staff are all awesome. I love working with every one of them. And we're just great partners. So why wouldn't I support Cascadia? And I mean, this event's always so fun. And I mean, honestly, like having beer and wine delivered to my house along with pizza, like I like going out to the party, but I didn't have to put on heels tonight, so it's pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct pleasure to welcome Norma Frazier and the Bandulus. Felt for a second there like we weren't in 2020 when we were singing and dancing to Norma right there. We experienced something in this country that hopefully is a profound awakening with the levels of violence that people of color in our society face. And then just after Labor Day, we had in our community and all around Cascadia, the fires ripped through in a way that was completely unprecedented, destroying lives, destroying so many homes. And we lost some of our own. Georgia Tia has been a forest activist for decades and decades, had done so much great work for the forests of Cascadia, especially up in his area and the Opal Creek Wilderness. And he passed away in the Sandium Canyon fires. Someone else who's done a great deal of good work for Cascadia is a former congressman, Jim Weaver. Jim Weaver played an instrumental role in making the forests of Cascadia a national issue.
Whatever issue it was where people were wronging other people or damaging the environment, it angered me. And I wanted to do something about it. That's why I ran for Congress. And I won. And Prince Peak Creek is wilderness today.
And of course, it wasn't just Congressman Jim Weaver, but he had a vision. He pursued it with passion, and he helped get the job done. And he passed away. Maybe if you're at home, you'll join me and maybe raise a glass and just drink a toast and say thank you and honor everybody who's passed away in this year. Facing the unprecedented fires and the salvage logging that's going to take place, we, and I mean all of us on this call and Cascadia Wildlands in particular, have a lot of work to do. I'm introducing to you now Executive Director of Cascadia Wildlands, Mr. Josh Laughlin. So tell us about some of the accomplishments of Cascadia Wildlands in 2020.
A few things stick out. The Jordan Cove frack gas export project slated for Southern Oregon. They want to put a 230-mile pipeline from Klamath Falls over to Coos Bay to export gas across the Pacific, exacerbating climate change, treating Southwest Oregon like a third world colony. We think we're pretty close to putting the final nails in the coffin of that. You know, we've got a Democratic administration coming back into the office. It's no time to take a nap. Big industry does not care who's in office. They've got mines to blast, old growth forests to log, wolves to shoot, rivers to dam. It's on. It never stops. So we've got to have our guard up and can't let it down. We can't make the magic happen and keep you know, the movement for a wild Cascadia alive year after year after year without you all, the individuals, the grant-making foundations, the businesses, the supporters, the volunteers. It's a movement. We are a movement. We're powerful, and our power is in our unity. And that's what we've got. We've got belief, we've got compassion, we've got passion, and that's a tide you cannot stem.
We are going to start with item number one. Item number one is what we were talking about earlier. 3 nights in the Wallowas at Barking Mad Farm, bed and breakfast. This is for 2 people. So that's obviously a beautiful room in a beautiful bed and breakfast. We will start the bidding now at $400. I'm looking right now. I already see a bid for $450. Can I get $500? Or I see number 189 for $500. Can I get $550? There's $750 from number 115. I want $800. There's $1,000 from number 159. All right, big fan. We're up to $1,000, and we're over the retail value. That's the way to do it. Bidder number 173 at $1,400 going once, $1,400 going twice. Let's call it. Big hand. They have a place that's relatively new. It's above John Day with beautiful views of canyons, beautiful views of mountains. So this is a photographer's dream, this place right here. 4 bedrooms. I would say 8 people, 4 nights. This is the last item up tonight. I want $800 for 4 nights for 4. There's $800 from Dan Cruz. I need $900. Let's look around. We got $2,100 from Dan. Thank you, Diane, for going up to $2,000. We got $2,100. I'm looking for $22. Scoot through the screen right now. We're at $2,100. Let's keep them both up there. We're at $2,100 for Dan. Going once. Going twice. Diane, I have good news for you. This is another package that our donors were so generous for. They have offered this up twice. So Dan Cruz gets it at $2,100 and you get it at $2,000. Let's give a big hand to both of them. You both have bought this package tonight. And a big hand to Susan Jane Brown and Paul Brown for donating. I am pretty sure, folks, every single one of our packages tonight went over their retail value. So, folks, what we're doing right now is we're getting the staff lined up, because what you're about to do now is raise your paddle. Is just the opportunity to say thank you to this staff.
Let's hear it for the one and only Tim Reading, ladies and gentlemen. Year extraordinaire, year after year, and the whole production crew.
I'm going right on to $2,500. Is there anybody out there that will raise your bidder number at $2,500 to support Cascadia Wildlands and the staff? And there it is. We got one out there. Number 151. Is there number 146? Number 146. Pat Knox. That's $2,500. Number 104. Little kid, your mom rocks. Thank you very much. I want to thank everybody who raised their paddle. I want to thank everybody who donated live auctions, silent auction items, the food that was donated tonight. You're about to party like there is not a global pandemic going on. The woman who taught Rita Marley how to sing, the woman who made the First Cut is the Demas famous, a legend living for us all. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Bandaloos and Norma Frazier.
I want to dedicate this song to Bob Marley, a good friend of mine. Bob, this is for you, Virgin. No woman, no cry.